Max Anthony, the Max Out Lawyer here. We're in the Max Out Garage. Just want to give another update along the process and also show y'all my shop is not always clean. Like when I'm working, this is what it looks like. Like mess upon mess upon mess. And then we clean up afterwards when we're done, or the next day. So anyway, I am working on getting the cow tracks installed. I think I mentioned in another video that I messed up the bearing on the leaf springs whenever I was pressing it out. I did not take it to a shop to do a proper press out of the old bushing bearing thing. I didn't use a press whenever I was putting in the new one. But I bought one of these things from Harbor Freight's Icon. It's actually made for, let's see here. It's actually made for master ball joint and universal joint press set. One of these big boys, you know, and it has a whole bunch of different little, you know, like cups and couplers and stuff to press it out. The first one messed up horribly because I showed y'all previously, but let me find where I pressed it out. It's gotta be here somewhere. Found it. So these are the two that I pressed out incorrectly. Yeah, I messed those up pretty good, right? Pretty darn good. The bad thing is this one right here is not supposed to come out. It's from the rear of the leaf spring. And this one came out, messed it all up, which it doesn't matter. But I didn't take out the metal surround that goes with it because it can only come out one way and I was pushing it the other way. Retard, I know. So anyway, those are the old ones. I did press the new one out. I don't think I got it on my cart. Don't think so. But anyway, I'm gonna turn y'all around and show you this. We got it. New one installed, pressed in, right? Same thing with the rear. I mean, I didn't get it pressed in, I got it hung back up. Beautiful TBMs. But this is, you know, the little, so here's the new bearing set that comes with it. All right, you gotta press this puppy in. The new one after you take the old one out. So anyway, this side for the most part is done. The hard part now, I just gotta set the bars. That's over there. You gotta screw them in and read the procedure for that. I might need these instructions. But I do have to button this one up as far as like torque stuff to spec in the rear of the leaf spring and the front. I did order brand new leaf springs for both sides. The passenger side new one got lost in the mail, apparently. It has not been delivered, so I'm in this conundrum of like, do I just, and this is a new leaf spring, I already threw the old one away. Do I keep this new one on this side, and then now that I know what I'm doing, after $1,000 of ordering new leaf springs plus shipping, do I just do it on the other side with the old leaf spring? Or should, if I'm replacing one leaf spring, do I need to replace them both? Like, I don't know how the tension works on the spring. Some of them get worn out. One of them's a decade old, one of them's brand new. So if y'all know, drop it in the comments, because I'm probably not gonna finish the other side tonight. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna clean up, maybe some other parts that we got in, a few little things, but so I might wait till I hear from somebody who actually knows what they're talking about, knows what they're doing before I go forward with the other side. Because I don't want to do all the work over there and then, oh crap, I need to just find where the other leaf spring is, which everybody's no help. Wait for that new one to come in, then do it so they're both brand new, or can I just replace one and send it? But anyway, I'm gonna work on getting this buttoned up and I'll check back in with y'all. All right, here is the VAS front diff brace, bolt here, and then you can kind of see even space in between it, but it has 2 bolts on either side. So it bolts there, and then has a main bolt that goes through here, which stabilizes it, but it's just an attachment to this stock Crossmember. And then here is the suspension engineering. Now, we're gonna do a weight. You know, we're gonna see which one weighs more, but this one's integrated. The front diff brace is integrated into the Crossmember, the front Crossmember. So we'll see what the difference is. All right, there's a picture of the braces next to each other. And now on the speed engineering, you take out this center support, because that's a one piece, and then this was the stock one with just the bolt on with the 2 bolts. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the Speed Engineering, zeroing it out. 9 pounds. So it was 9 pounds, and that included the bushings and the bolt. Okay. And now let's try this. We don't need these anymore, right? We also have the Crossmember, the bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and put these bolts in there. And all right, everybody, I'm back. I got her now. Let's see what she weighs. Steps on it, clears out. 8.4. Okay, let's try it again for science. 8.4. All right, guys, so you saw 8.4 pounds, and this is 9 pounds. We did bushing. I mean, this has the stuff right here. I guess this takes the place in that. And then it included the bolt for there. This has the bolt. So it's pretty apples to apples comparison. So the Speed Engineering is actually not any lighter, but it's a one-piece construction, and you can tell the difference. Like if you're in there working or looking, you know, it's gonna be a lot easier to work around that than this. You know, that's the only kind of little saving grace, I would say. More access, and there's no bend in it like it was in between there, right? It's all one piece. So anyway, let's get it installed and see what we're working with. All right, we are literally in the F-150, and I'm gonna turn you around and let's see a little bit of the install. All right, front part goes on, there's a little bushing. Oh, I probably should have did the back part first. So it gets, oh yeah, it's not gonna work. All right, mulligan, let's take this out. A little helper over there. All right, front's on. Lightly loosened. I want to see the age of these bolts. I was talking to the camera. Like, one's completely rusted, one's clean, the other 2 are black. Interesting. Huh? Yeah, just hang out right there, bud. Right up 4 little cylinders. Yeah, bud. Huh? Daddy's bolting these puppies back in. Through on that one. Last one. Nice. Boom. We're done. Putting the 4 bolts on them and calling it good. All right, it's on. So I'll tighten these off camera, not to bore y'all with tightening bolts and stuff. I don't know what the foot-pounds are. It's probably gonna be a hug-a-dug-a football chug it. But I am gonna grab the camera and let y'all look at it real quick after it's tightened up. But that's it, it's done. All right, we're back. We got the Speed Engineering front cross member and front diff brace installed. Let's check it out. Definitely a lot more, you know, it's just a lot skinnier up here. So you can see where the motor is gonna sit, motor mounts. So there'll definitely be a lot more, you know, a good, however many inches you want to say that is, depending on how you measure things. But a good 2 more inches of clearance, right? And even though it's technically heavier, you know, by 0.6 pounds, you know, it's not that kind of crazy difference. It's okay, he wants to go inside. All right, buddy, we're going. Yes, my shop's still a mess, but that boy right there, hopefully one day he sees this. But anyway, a lot more clearance, and it's a stronger piece. It's one-piece construction. You know, say what you want about Speed Engineering, but it seems like a super quality piece. It came powder-coated black, like a glossy black. Came with all the hardware, and it definitely seems a lot more solid than the VAS. But I love VAS. Don't get me wrong with that. You know, this is a VAS You know, trans support, right? I got VAS, you know, a lot of different VAS stuff, including the suspensions VAS. Got their drop kit, you know, anything that I could use of theirs. I even got the rear shock relocation, even though we're not doing it. So still big supporter of them. I just compared the two. They're about the same price. I thought it was gonna save weight. It didn't, but it's definitely beefy. So anyway, that's all I got tonight. Later.